Welcome back to Gran Jaimito in Andalusia, Spain. Let's fly around a little bit. Let's have a look at the swales and also at the farmyard. Here we are looking at CT1, and somewhere there is a swale, and I need to orient myself quickly before we continue. So there is the swale. I will now turn left and follow it a little bit and also go a bit lower. Looks like a dry riverbed. At the lower bottom of the image you can see a little bit of standing water there. That is in the integrated pond area that the swale has. Now let's go up to the other swale above this one. I'm now very curious to see what the palovnia trees are doing. They have not received any water, basically the whole summer long. And especially at the end they have not received anything because we cut the line. So apparently they are still alive. I see green leaves. I have an inaccurate measurement of the rainfall that we got. So I looked at the bowls that the dogs eat from, and in there on the 2 consecutive days I found a total of 3 centimeters, so that makes it 30 liters per square meter, and that is the rainfall that we have received. And you cannot really see standing water there, except I think there was a little shimmer here in this integrated pond area. So the ground ate all of it, which is good. But then please also keep in mind that we are not going to work anything in these areas that I'm currently overflying. This is out of scope. We start in the farmyard and work around this step by step and plant strips, and eventually we will come here. So for the time being we come here from the air to observe, but we are not going to do anything. Next to the blue chicken coop you can see the sunhemp and friends that we planted. That is for chicken, and it sticks out because it is really green there, and everything else around us is just the desert at the end of summer. What is coming up to the right side is our grey water pond. It is almost empty because we don't shower enough, and neither do we wash enough. So what's in there is probably from the rain, because before it was really empty. The vetiver is holding out because it has deep roots, and this is also the area we were going to have a lot more vetiver, but now we have to be patient for spring to come around. The soil for these 3 trees is a lot better than for the ones that are behind the quejigo, which is the other oak tree there to the right, because there we had planted things and everything else got chopped down and acted as mulch and biomass for the soil. So these trees here are a lot better than the ones in the back, but the others they will receive. And now you see a lot of water. That is a mix of the rain, but mostly also from our irrigation, because right now we are kind of flooding this area. It helps the vetiver and all the other things. The water comes from the well at the outflow of the water reservoir, and leaving this open avoids any problems with bursting pipes because of the high pressure, and we don't need the water for anything else at the moment. So we can simply move it into these 2 swales, where it does a better job than when it flows away. If you look very carefully, you can spot the vetiver slips. We have them planted now in a double row on both sides, and Angel a few days ago had to cut away the other plants in favor of the vetiver. Now that we are in the air, let's check out a few more things instead of landing and keeping this very short. So here you see the future garden area, and I will take you here to the right side. This is the west side of the farmyard, and you can see on the bank of this platform a lot of vetiver that got drip irrigated here and there, so every 2 or 3 days a little bit for an hour. And you see there down in this open area a few paulownia trees. Those are the oldest ones, and they have received a little bit of irrigation at the very end of August, but the remainder of the time they have been on their own, and they have been grazed or browsed by animals. So basically natural pruning. There was a video about this as well. And now we can go and check out also the pond. But before that, let's have another look here at the vetiver, which keeps this platform very stable, because 4-meter deep roots in soil that was pretty much loose do have an effect. this here is the seasonal creek that fills up our big pond, the only one that we have right now. And that's the thing where we talked about quite a bit here and there in past videos with a lot of suggestions. The problem, I need to repeat this, is that we only control the last few meters. So you're going to see everything, and then you see the breach in the wall, and behind that wall begins the neighbor's land, and we have no say there. And unfortunately, that neighbor has no interest in doing whatsoever. The land belongs to an older couple. They sold their sheep to a tenant, and the tenant comes every day for 30 minutes to feed the sheep, and that's it. And no other activity is being done on that land. So you can see that bridge there to the upper right, and from there on it is beyond our control. But then when Life Terra was here, we talked about another project to create a riparian area in this place.